This week on Pop Fiction, Vinnie Mac, Dana, Danny, Donnie, The Rock, and Ralphie D recommend something cool.
You know it.
Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story.
So there's this guy who, in an indictment from a Manhattan grand jury, is accused of more than 30 counts of business fraud, according to two people familiar with the case. This is the first time in American history that a sitting or past president has been charged with a crime. I should hope so, because it's unconstitutional to charge a sitting president with a crime.
Right. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. So, with that being said, as we're shooting this right now, I believe...
We are one day from...
Yeah. He's actually in New York now, right? He landed. He landed in New York. This guy, there's this guy. There's this guy.
He's orange.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the character.
And so, yeah, man, 30 counts. And basically, from what I understand, it's all based on the money that exchanged hands with not only Stormy
Daniels,
but there was another person, like a Michelle McCool. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, and I apologize to Michelle McCool.
Didn't we go to high school with her?
I know. I think she's a professional wrestler.
Oh.
But
sounds like
I apologize, Michelle. You did not do that.
So you're talking
with
about
Donnie
the
T.
Playboy actors.
There was somebody else. There was two women that got paid
At least two, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, they're only talking about the two.
Right.
So, we'll see. I mean, it's unprecedented in
we
American
wish
history.
you well, that guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I gotta say, though, Andrew Jackson used to drive drunk along Pennsylvania Avenue, and he almost killed a couple people. He was impeached.
Drive what?
A carriage.
Okay, yeah.
Drive.
Because I was like,
drunk.
Andrew Jackson, what did
And he almost killed a couple people.
Andrew Jackson used to drive in his Lincoln.
Yeah.
No, he would drive up and down Pennsylvania Avenue at full speed, dead drunk.
Okay.
He actually got impeached for it.
Okay.
And then
not having sex with slaves. Awesome.
that's
Fine.
That's why they say Clinton wasn't the first president to be impeached. It was actually Jackson.
And as far as I can remember, Clinton wasn't impeached.
He wasn't. Impeach means to accuse. The House of Representatives impeaches you.
Yeah.
Then the Senate, they're the ones that remove you if they find it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he wasn't removed.
He wasn't removed, but he was impeached.
So what was with Tricky Dicky? Because they were trying to impeach.
He was about to get impeached and removed, and he resigned.
Oh, okay. He quit.
resigned.
I'm going to quit.
Then his
fire me
successor
'cause I
said,
quit.
you know what, let me go ahead and dismiss all the charges against him. You know what I'm saying? Lyndon Johnson?
Yeah.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah.
B stands for
Pardon.
bitch!
No.
Pardon Nixon.
Okay, anyway.
Speaking about people in charge, on the WWE and UFC merging, Dana White made some remarks in accordance with the deal. White will continue to lead the UFC, while Nick Khan will take on the same responsibilities for the wrestling division. The new company's executive chairman of the board will be Vince.
What? All right, this is a shakeup that I had no
Right.
idea was
So
happening.
I'm like, okay, so I don't know how much you guys still follow wrestling.
The collaboration
But
of all
much.
collaborations.
Nick Khan,
Yeah.
who was the son of Shad Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars,
Oh.
is the owner of AEW All Elite Wrestling.
No relation to Shaka Khan.
No relation at all to Shaka. And so I guess now, I don't even know, man. I just saw this today. And I was like, Dana White was talking about, so I guess Endeavor or something made this big move, and now they're going to merge the two companies. So now all UFC fights will be scripted, and you can now bet on WWE results.
No, that sounds like a sucker bet.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Who would have thought that you bet against Rocky? You know what I mean? I try to go
So-
for Mr. T.
Yeah, so you can do that now, which is crazy because, like, they're going to have the script, and that's going to have to be a guarded thing, because if you're going to bet against it, it's like, I bet you I
It's
lose.
like, so when are you going to have the
This
inside
sounds-
track? I know who they decided is going to win.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bet. It's just ridiculous.
Multiple
that's very
cases
silly.
incoming.
Yeah.
Player 54, Chasing the XFL Dreams trailer has been released, along with the release date. Danny Garcia, the chairwoman of the XFL, had many various ideas for how to expand and develop the league when she approached fellow co-owner and ex-husband Dwayne Johnson with the prospect of purchasing the league in 2020.
So
this sounds like something I'm not interested in.
Chasing Dream is going to be, I think they're releasing it on Hulu.
We'll watch it.
And
I love that dismissive way you did that.
I watched part of an XFL game once, and I was like, "This is bad.
Yeah,
This is just bad. All bad."
were they not catching the ball or not?
No, the trash talking between plays, slamming the guy receiving the ball.
Was
XFL.
that recently or
No, that's when it first came out.
Oh, so you're talking about in the '90s?
Yes.
Okay, well this is different.
This
This is different. This is not.
I don't care. XFL's done.
Well,
Done.
That was like 25 years ago.
Back me up on this, Ralph. XFL is done.
That was like 25 years ago.
I
You
agree.
can't.
Seattle
You know what,
to the
John?
bowl.
You're gonna do that.
This week's review: Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
I saw this movie. I actually seen something you're talking about.
Okay, right on, man.
You want to read that?
Bulging Thieves sent out on a epic mission with a group of unlikely adventurers to find a long-lost artifact, but their charming journey takes a dangerous turn when they come into conflict with the wrong people.
You know what?
see this.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, not
Because
yet.
there's actually several MacGuffins in this movie, and since you didn't see it, I'm not going to say any spoilers.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, there was a nice nod right in the beginning of the third act that they had that if you were fans of Dungeons and Dragons, the Saturday morning cartoon,
Yeah, that was
they had those characters were there.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have a lot of screen time, but it was like if you saw them in the crowd, you were like, oh. And then they had other things
Like
like
when,
obviously the owl bear and stuff like
They
that.
actually,
I saw
they actually
that.
had a character from one of the adventures I'd run in there.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Well, I don't want to say it. I'm going to blow it.
He doesn't
All right, well,
care.
thank you.
Thimbershot. He is from Out of the Abyss. He was the
He's just
flamekeeper of
yeah.
Gracklestug. And you actually run into him and you either fight him or you help him. It's your decision in Gracklestug.
And
And I was
we
like,
were
that's
one of the few who
Thimbershot. I
actually
saw that
helped him
fat
out.
head. And I said, that's got to be Thimbershot. And he
Yeah.
said, the dude said, it's Thimbershot.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
actually kind of crazy. Cause
I mean, you could also catch the Witcher walking behind people when they go through the city.
really,
Yes.
I
didn't
missed
see
that
that.
one. I missed that one.
I was tagged on my shoulder. Hey, there's the Witcher. Huh? Oh.
I would say that, I mean, I enjoyed it. It had enough comedy in it, enough action, enough adventure, which it held my interest personally. And with that being said, when it goes head up to the, I want to say the 2000s Dungeons and Dragons with like I remember Marlon Wayans,
Wayans,
Jeremy
yeah.
Irons were in it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
a bad guy.
that was
That was
bad.
Yeah, straight trash.
That was all bad.
well, I mean, we remember things fondly, you know.
My cousin thought that his son would be interested in his 9-year-old son, so he got Dungeons and Dragons and said, I give it another try, I'll watch it. I'm like, no, this is still all bad.
Wow.
It's still all bad.
This week, JB remembers 3D movies. Hey, remember how every 30 years they would bring 3D movies back? I
Yeah.
think it's about time for 3D movies to come back.
They are here.
Well, no shit. They've been
The
here
problem
for-
is, there's about a half inch of 3D effect on the screen you put on the glasses. The intro shows the winding clock, and it's super 3D. Then the movie starts, and you're like, okay, yeah, I guess technically that's considered 3D.
Yeah.
Even though there's not that much.
I don't know.
James Cameron's
Yeah, I'm
got
about to
it
say the 3D movies we see now. Now some of them they put 3D. We're way off the subject on a riff. Go,
I know,
do your
right?
thing.
Hey, this week, Ralphie D recommends House Party.
No.
We gonna get what?
From 1990.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're taking the new house party?
I didn't see it.
When
I
they were in
did not
LeBron
watch it.
James's house?
First
In
and foremost.
Cleveland, of all places.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. It's really good. Oh. 7 years old.
Well, what he's talking about is this movie from 1990 starring Kid and Play. Play is organizing the house party and all house parties while his folks are out of town. Kid,
Way down
his
south.
best buddy, is most eager to attend because he knows Sydney, the sexiest girl in school, will be there. You sure it's not Sheree? But Kid's father gives him a warning after he picks a brawl at school. Kid sneaks out of the house with the intention of attending the last school year celebration, but he encounters one mishap after another on the way there. I lived this movie.
Kid's father, Robin Harris.
Yes.
He made that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Stole
Stole every scene he was in. And you
uh,
know what? I had this conversation with Kuwata Kurt a couple of years back. You know you're getting old when...
You agree with everything that Pop said.
I know. I was living
But
life
these
as a kid.
kids is out here, and you got to remember John Witherspoon. There's
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon.
What'd I say?
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. I was gonna say because I'm already thinking in my head. I was thinking there's no small parts, only small actors.
Yeah.
This man had this much screen time, and he was what is all that goddamn no? Hey, what you gonna talk about? I didn't pay 15. What is that?
I paid $15,000 for this house.
Yeah.
You know, public enema.
Now, hey girl, how you doing?
This movie has so many classic scenes, classic lines, and just a classic soundtrack.
The dancer kept bumping into the
Chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
I'm
Be
telling
cool.
you.
Slayed me.
Now-
Chill. Stop bumping the table. How about Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence as the
He had
DJ.
bad breath.
Bad. Ooh, dragon breath. Who are you talking to?
Starting turn as the DJ.
So,
many LA
one thing that
comedians.
when we were all into this movie, we found out that Kid Play, Martin Lawrence, Salt, and Pepper all worked at the Sears in New York.
Wow.
They all worked together.
Right.
That was
and
crazy.
actually, Martin, I think he worked at the gas station across the street
From the Sears.
From the Sears. But they knew him somehow. Anyway, check out that house party. Don't check out this house party. It's no good.
And after the second one, you don't need to see the other house party.
yeah, house party
movies.
3, 4, and 5.
5, 6. I think Immature took over and they
Yeah.
had
Just turned into a money grab.
yeah, well,
Yeah, well, they
As
tried.
much as they could.
I'm Ralphie D. That's news to make.
I'm Kuwata Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We'd like to hear what you think.
Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you and
And
if you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel.
Yeah.
And I'm JB. I'd like to give my shout out to my man and Kyrick Safari.
AM.
And don't worry about it. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you
First.
That
That was different.
me and John both.
Adonis, pull yourself together.